Welcome to the Armchair Illini podcast. I'm your host, Zach Leslie, and I am joined again by my wonderful co-host, Alex Chi. Alex, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Hanging in there. Got 2 weeks left of school.
Oh,
Just trying to finish, get out of here,
finish
and
strong.
yeah, can't be lazy this time of year. But
Yeah.
anyway, Illinois, well, the rest of the country really had their college basketball signing day period begin on Wednesday, April 11th. And Illinois had 5 signees. Alex and I are going to break them down for you. First, we're going to go with Georgie Bashanishvili. I think,
Ah, you
I
got the
think I
name right.
just, I got it right there.
Yeah.
Alex, you've watched a little bit more of him than I have. What do you
Yeah.
see in Georgie, and what can he bring to the team next year?
Yeah, so I actually wanted to see more of this kid rather than just his spectacular workout. So it was I Googled the Patrick School games. That's where he goes. He goes to the Patrick School in New Jersey. And I looked up their games, and some of them were obviously an hour long because they're full length games. And I just skipped to whenever the Patrick School had the ball, just so I can see Georgie in action on offense. And if he wasn't getting the ball, then I would just skip the possession and keep going. I was kind of bored, to be honest, but
Yeah,
I did get to see some good things. He had the confidence to shoot it a couple times. He wasn't making it consistently. He was wide open for the most part whenever he was shooting it from three, but he made a couple. I would say he's an adequate shooter.
yeah.
He's not. I think he has ways to go. I think he can be really good. His stroke looks decent. But one thing that really stuck out to me was, do you know that play Underwood runs where he puts, the big at the top of the key or the pinch post and then has a dribble
Yeah.
handoff?
Yeah, it's a UCLA thing, right? That's like where it
Yeah,
originated
it's like a
from.
dribble handoff and
Yeah.
then point guard comes off strong off a screen,
Yeah.
drives to the basket. But Georgie actually ran that play, but he actually faked the handoff, or let the point guard pass him, and then he took the big that was guarding him off the dribble and got to the hoop with ease. So he smacked the ball on the floor, pounded it, got to the
Love it.
rim, and he got to the hoop. So that's certainly a fit in Underwood's system because I know he runs that exact same play quite often. You saw the dribble handoff a lot last year. So that was really good. And I didn't get to see that elite passing that Underwood kept raving about. I know in his press conference yesterday or on Wednesday, Underwood kept saying, Georgie's an amazing passer. He has a basketball IQ way beyond his years. And it was hard to see that a lot. Maybe I was in the wrong game, but he has the skill. He has a skill that
Yeah.
guys his size don't really have. So, I'm hoping he's good. I'm hoping all these guys are good, but it's just
Oh yeah, for sure.
I hope we don't miss on this sort of a reach. And I'm actually hoping we can redshirt him, get him acclimated
Yeah.
to Big Ten ball, add some strength to him. Because I mean, I don't know if he's ready. You know,
Yeah.
we all thought Mark Smith would be freshman of the year, but he wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So you never know until these kids step on the floor. But I trust Underwood's evaluation. What do you think, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I trust Underwood in this pickup. I would like another like a fifth year big maybe. Um, Someone else to come in, so maybe we can redshirt him. Just because I know people have said that he's better than Matisse, but Matisse is so bad. So I don't know how much that really means, like how much is better. Um, but I hope he can shoot the ball a little bit. Taking the ball off the dribble really impresses me, because Michael Finke couldn't really do that when they ran that play. So, I'm just really hoping for the best, with Georgie, and, whatever he contributes is probably a plus because,
Oh, for
Matisse didn't
sure.
really do much of that. So
Yeah.
next we move on to the number 1 JUCO point guard in America, Andres Feliz. Big pickup for Illinois. They was kind of swinging between Ramey and Feliz, and they decided to go with the one who was ready to commit, which I do not blame them for. I'm actually excited about
Thank
it.
God.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah.
He can shoot. He can run the offense. He's older. Hopefully, he'll provide a little bit more like veteran experience. And yeah, Alex, what's your take on Andres Feliz?
Yeah, like you said, he's an upperclassman, which is crazy. He's going to be a junior. So he's one of the elder statesmen on this team, which is kind of crazy to have. And you need that kind of leadership from your point guard position. I know we have obviously Trent Frazier's a stud. Io, I'm sure will be a stud, but those guys are freshmen and sophomores. You know, like it's hard for those guys to be the top of the locker room, no matter who they are. You know,
Yeah.
so you need that guy that's seasoned, that's had experience at, you know, I'm not saying JUCO's the NBA, but at a pretty high level too.
Yeah.
So he has college basketball experience. He's a winner. You know, his JUCO team was one of the premier teams in junior college ranks. So, you know, I've also heard he's a really good culture guy, which is great. I know Underwood drops that
Mhm.
word culture a lot, but this is a guy
Yeah.
that's worked really hard. I think I was listening to his coach talk to Jeremy Warner, and his coach said that Andres came in as a terrible shooter and shot about like 19%. And then, like, whenever he shot the ball, his coach would cringe. And then last season, I think he shot about 41%. So that's a
Yeah.
statement to his work
It's a
ethic
big
and
up.
his
Yeah.
drive to be better and improve. And um, he 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 wasn't a problem in the locker room. I was texting you earlier though. I just hope he doesn't get bit by that Illini transfer bug, because when we had a good transfer,
Oh yeah.
like
I'd say
Ray
Rice was the
Rice,
last one I can think of. Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else. You know, like
No. Yeah. Especially in recent memory, for sure.
yeah,
Nobody.
like Mark Allstork was a dud to say the least.
Yep.
Not he seems like a nice kid, but um, you know, just we hope that there's not that much of a learning curve. I hope he can, you know, come in and be that guy. I think, you know, you're looking at one of the better guys on this roster. So one of the things that I was hoping for him, I was just hoping that, you know, that guy on Houston, University of Houston, with the man bun,
Yeah. Yeah.
Rob
Gray
Gray.
or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, if we could, because Rob Gray was a JUCO point guard too, and he was amazing.
Yeah. He was awesome.
And he was outstanding. Like, not the best shooter. He's a good shooter, but he can get his own shot. He can, you know, he's just a fiery leader, competitor, gets to the rim at a
Yep.
pretty good clip. And if we can get that out of Andres Feliz, you know, coupled with Trent Frazier and Io, who are two different pieces compared to Feliz, I'm all for it. So, you know,
Yeah.
hoping for
That'd
the
be great.
best with this guy.
Yeah. It'd be great. And hopefully he just takes some of that scoring load off of Ayo Dosunmu, because Mark Smith came in with high expectations and he didn't meet those. And hopefully Feliz just can come in, take some of that burden off of Ayo, and just run the offense, score some points, make everybody around him comfortable in the offense, and hopefully Underwood can get him to play some defense as well. So on to the next kid, the number one player in the state of New York, Alan Griffin. That dude can shoot lights out. He can take it to the rim occasionally, but I love his ability to win. Alex, what do you think about Alan Griffin?
I love him. You know, he obviously he can shoot, he can stroke it, but he just has such great feel. And he is like, I was watching his, you know, his highlights and actually his parts of the scrimmage that happened this last weekend on his official visit. He's actually pretty long. You know,
Yeah.
he's deceptively long. I think he needs to add some bulk. He's kind of skinny, as
Hmm.
all freshmen are, but
Yeah. Yeah.
he's got length, and you know, he can just be that 3-and-D guy that we've been craving for so long, that can actually shoot off the dribble as well. You know, Aaron Jordan's great, you know, great story, proud of that kid, but he can't shoot off the dribble,
Yeah.
really. He's just a
Yeah.
spot up shooter. And
Hmm.
Allen, I mean, he did it at the high school level, so hopefully it translates, but he can shoot off the dribble. You know, he can make dribble moves with the step back, with posting up, with that length of his. So I'm excited about this kid. You know, he comes from a coaching family. His dad obviously coaches in the league as an assistant. So he
Hmm.
has great feel, you know, high basketball IQ, which I really like. And the most important thing, though, along with Feliz, is that he's a winner. You know, he comes from
Yeah.
a winning program.
Yep.
His high school was, I think, state champions this year, and I think they won it like not this last year, but like maybe when Allen was a sophomore or something like that.
Yeah. For sure.
Um, so just guys that know how to win, that've been around winning, knows what it takes. No matter what level, you know, winning is hard. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited about Allen. What about you?
Yeah, man. Obviously, I'm excited. He's like really progressing on those recruiting boards. I know 247 or 24/7 Sports doesn't have him rated just yet, but I, I'm really excited. Rivals has him ranked because Illinois' recruiting class is ranked pretty high on Rivals. So I'd assume if it
Oh
is,
yeah.
if it's ranked that high, it's because of his ranking. Um, so hopefully the 24/7 Sports people update his ranking. But obviously, ranking or no ranking, it's a steal. Excited about this kid, and I'm just ready to get him on campus and get him with Fletch, beef him up a little bit.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Agreed.
but yeah, we're both excited about Allen, and we're also both very excited about our next guy, Tevian Jones. He didn't get his NRI in until like 10:30 in the
Oh
morning.
no.
Got me sweating over here.
Oh.
Uh, us Illini fans like to get sweaty about that stuff when everybody makes us nervous. But he got it in. He's signed up. He's ready to go. And Alex, what will Tevian Jones bring to this Illini team next year?
Length. Athleticism. He's really long. He has like this really, really good length. Obviously, again, he needs to beef up. But he has the frame and the build to be really good, not only offensive player, but a defender as well. I think that's really going to help when you're running Underwood's defense of denying the passing lanes, pressuring you. It's not pack line, by the way.
True.
They deny the passing lanes, get up in your face, and you need length to do that, and that's what Tevian is, and he's athletic. I think he was just, he was doing things that no one on this roster could do, whether it was dunking between your legs or, pulling up off the dribble. So I love Tevian. He's my favorite in the class. I think he's a huge piece, and honestly, obviously Io is the highly ranked guy, but
Yeah.
I think Tevian or Allen could have, the biggest 4-year impact, honestly.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. Again, another guy we're just both very excited about in Tevian Jones. Big get for Underwood. Good look for this class. Again, they propelled it to, I think, 28 on 24/7, but it's up to 13 now on Rivals. So the last guy we have to talk about is the biggest guy in the class in terms of like, all that jazz.
Literally,
Samba
right?
King. And for me, I'm just hoping he protects the rim, kind of like a Nanu, but maybe not as good as freshman year. Obviously he's just a freshman, but hopefully he can start the fast break, getting defensive boards, and get those guards out and running, and just get a few blocks a game, maybe a block or two a game, and really
nice.
anchor that defense in the front court.
Yeah, I'm with you there, man. Samba, like either he or Georgie should redshirt. I think that's where a 5th-year big comes in so important. So because it gives you the chance to redshirt one of these high upside guys. Samba's obviously really long, 7-footer, but he's got a really thin frame. So
Yeah.
he's gonna get pushed around, especially in a physical league like the Big Ten. But you hope that length accounts for something. If he does play this year, I'm pretty sure he will, honestly. Given our lack of size, but
yeah, he's gonna have to probably.
yeah, he's probably gonna have to. Like when has Illinois has had the luxury to just redshirt guys? Honestly,
Never.
like, football, I think we redshirted like Kendrick Green. That was nice.
Yeah.
And then
Football will start redshirting.
football starting, but basketball, like we didn't get the redshirt Mav Morgan.
Yeah.
We didn't even redshirt Matisse.
Yeah.
And he was terrible.
Sorry, yeah, he was awful.
That was mean.
But
true, yeah. Like Matisse should have redshirted, or even in some programs, Greg would have redshirted too.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, he would have, locked him in a room and had him catch passes all day.
Yeah,
but
that's what I would have done anyway.
Yeah, but Samba, I think he brings what you need, but I don't know if it's going to be right away. I love the fact that he just gets off the floor really quickly. He's one of those quick twitch athletes. So many times in Illinois history have we had guys who they can dunk, but it takes them a while, or they can't just. If there's a guy in front of them, like they won't they'll like throw it up like Greg. Greg can dunk, but like when there's a guy in
Yeah.
front of him, he'll like, like I don't even know, drop the ball.
Yeah, I don't think
So
we have any players who can just do like the standing dunk, like
yeah,
just
you
like
need
just go up with it.
they all need like a running start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm talking smack even though I'm like 5'7". But anyways, Samba has that quick twitch athleticism. Obviously, again, really long. But what I like is he can actually shoot the jumper pretty well too,
Yeah,
and
man,
he looks
it's
smooth. And
encouraging.
but again, with all these guys, like we're all gonna say great things about them and what they can do, but we won't know until they step on campus
Yep.
and play Big Ten basketball because it's a different animal, as
Yeah.
everyone knows. So you never know with any of these guys. I mean, obviously a lot of them have the tools. That's why they got recruited by Coach Underwood and all his staff. But you never know, man. But who's your favorite in this class?
I have a couple different ones. I have favorite in terms of need, and then favorite in terms of skill. So in terms of need, my favorite is Samba Kane because they were
Oh
able to
yeah,
get a big late this class
he's
that I
long.
wasn't expecting them to get. Who's more talented than I think most give him credit for at this stage. And
Yeah,
then my favorite, just in terms of skill, obviously we're not throwing in Io in this class because he signed earlier
yeah.
in
It's like a
November.
separate class.
But yeah, just in this window here, skill wise, I'm gonna go Tevian Jones because I saw his lines he posted in the EYBL aren't flashy, but they're strong across the board. It was like 10 points,
Yeah,
5 assists, 5 rebounds. Like
stat
he's
stuffer.
he's well rounded,
Yeah,
and I'm glad Underwood was able to snatch a guy like that late,
yeah.
um, who can just bring a lot of different things to the table. What about you?
I would have to. Yeah, I really like Samba. I think he can be really, really good, and I think he's not going to be asked to do what Nana had to do, where Nana had to sort of be an offensive player. I think Samba will have the ability to just focus on blocks and rebounds,
Yep.
which is in his wheelhouse. I'm sure. I would hope as a 7-footer, but um, I really like Samba. I think he can be really good. I hope he can redshirt so we can have him down the line.
Yep.
But other than that, my favorite would have to be Tevian, like you said.
Yeah.
Just because he is the best athlete that we've had in
A
so
long time.
long. I'm obviously, we've had some good big men athletes, like Samba, but Tevian is on the perimeter, like wow. Like some of the dunks that he did, not only in his workout, but in, EYBL games and
Yeah.
high school games, you just see him glide through the air.
Hmm.
And I hope that translates, man, because
Me
I
too.
remember Mark Smith was like dunking on people and like
Yeah.
posterizing people. I think he dunked like once
Maybe once.
last
Yeah.
year, maybe.
Couldn't
And
even
like
get to the free throw line, man.
it just looked like he couldn't dunk for some reason. I don't know if he
Yeah.
like like gained weight in his hips or something, or like didn't feel like it, or I don't
Yeah.
know. So I'm hoping that
Yeah.
translates. I'm
I don't
sure it
really know.
will. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about Tevian. I actually really like Andres too. Andres.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he can be that man bun without the man bun.
Yeah. A Rob Gray type that, hopefully can lead us to a tournament, maybe. I don't think this team's ready for it, but hey, maybe we'll pull an Ohio State and surprise the world this year.
Maybe an
Um,
NIT.
maybe an NIT. Hey,
A
I'll count that
CBI?
as a winning season. I will count that.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you.
Um, but yeah, this class, again, ranked 13th on Rivals, 28th um, on the 24/7 Sports
That's pretty
on the
high.
on those rankings. Yeah, and it's a lot higher than I thought it would be.
Oh, same.
Just because of all the misses they had early, and but they've recovered well,
Yeah.
um, and they're showing they're getting paid, and yeah, that's your 20. As it looks right now, that's your 2018 Fighting Illini basketball class. Underwood said in his press conference there may be more. He wants more.
Ideally, like
But
a 50 or a big
as
guy or
it's
something.
yeah, as it stands right now, this is what we've got,
Yeah.
and we thank you
It's
for listening to us. So,
yeah.
and now
Isn't
we've
it
got some
crazy?
NBA talk, which is crazy because now the NBA season's over, kind of. Well, the regular season anyway. It kind of like snuck up on me. But
Yeah,
Alex, you have
for real.
one more thing to say?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to say something about this class. It was just
Yeah.
like, think about the last game of the season. I know most people probably don't want to think about losing to Iowa, but anyways, um, just think about how that time, end of March, or no, end of February, we just had Iowa to sumo. It was just
Yep.
one person, and everyone was worried. Who would have thought that this class would have been filled with a Georgie Bajanesvili, a JUCO point guard, Tevian Jones.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. So kudos to Underwood and his staff, especially
For
after
real.
what happened this fall.
Yeah.
We missed on like all those targets. I don't even want to name every single one.
Yeah, that we missed. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bucket of them. But anyways, we got some legit prospects in Tevian Jones.
Yeah.
I think Alan Griffin's a top 100 player.
Yep.
Obviously you have your reaches and Georgie. Andres is a great addition. So I'm satisfied. Let's get
Me
one
too.
more piece, but
Yep.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to look forward to, a lot to watch. Um, but as I said earlier, the NBA season came to a close yesterday. The Just a tank update if you're a Bulls fan. The Bulls lost and the Kings won. So the Kings and the Bulls have the same odds at a top 3 pick, which is awesome. So
Nice.
Michael Porter Jr. still in reach. But we got some juicy playoff matchups, I think,
Yeah.
in the East and West. East more so to do with injuries and things, so the Celtics and whatnot. Um, but in general, there's a lot of matchups I like. They start Saturday. Alex, what are you most looking forward to about these NBA playoffs?
Man, I just want to see some competitive basketball. Like I didn't
Yeah,
tune in that much this year because you pretty much knew the outcome and there wasn't, you know, it was so back and forth. There wasn't much defense being played. There wasn't much, strategy being done. It was just, ISO, shoot up a three, throw it down the court, get a layup, get a dunk. So it just wasn't entertaining for me.
yeah,
So I barely watched that much NBA. But until last night. And last night
was
is when I got
awesome.
to see the Nuggets against the Timberwolves play that, one game winner takes the playoff spot. And
Yeah, it's pretty great.
that was a dogfight. And I was like, when was the last time I saw this much of a dogfight in the NBA? Like even in the finals and all that last year, like it was just so like there wasn't any drama, honestly. Maybe like a couple
Yeah,
moments in the finals.
The Warriors. Just the only moment I can think of in the finals was when Kevin Durant pulled up in LeBron's face,
Yeah, that's the
and
only
just
moment that I can think of.
yeah,
And but last night it was just a really, really high quality game. Guys were getting to the baskets, guys were, running motion sets, which was nice to see instead of more ISO ball. It was good to see all these former Bulls on the Timberwolves.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
Rose, Gibson,
Back to an 8
Butler.
seed.
Yeah, Aaron Brooks is on there.
Yeah, yep.
So my boy Tibbs. I think if Tibbs lost that, he would have been fired.
It should have been, man. Like, you had too much
Probably.
talent on there. They don't play defense.
Yeah, the one
Uh,
thing that you're known for,
they
you're
can't do.
not doing.
Yeah,
So obviously something's there, but they have so much talent, man.
they do. And I
Yeah.
feel for the Nuggets, man, because last year they were knocked out of the playoffs on a Russell Westbrook 35
Oh
footer.
man.
And
Yeah.
then this year they lose in overtime in the last game of the year. Like, they're so close every
Yeah.
year.
But
And
they had
then
chances.
they've had chances, yeah. But
Yeah.
I just feel for them a bit
Yeah.
as they
I'm
try
with
to
you.
piece it together. Uh, Personally, my favorite playoff matchup, I have a few. The Rockets Timberwolves won't be close. I
You
think the
think so?
Rockets will. It won't be. No, I think the Rockets are going to sweep.
Oh
Um,
yeah, me too.
I just like watching the Rockets play. Is why I say that. And then I
Right.
think
Agreed.
Jazz Thunder could be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, Russell Westbrook going back and forth.
Oh, that'd
Um,
be great.
yeah. And then East is pretty wide open in the bottom half of the bracket with Boston injured, Philly. You've got Milwaukee in there and Miami. So
Yeah.
uh, whoever
The
wants to
Sun-
make it from to the conference finals can. Like, it's open. Like, just go
Oh,
take it.
agreed. Yeah.
So I'm really looking at that side of the East bracket.
Yeah,
And I think the Cavs have it pretty easy too, to be honest.
of course.
Um, Pacers, and then which no disrespect to them, Oladipo, you're awesome. I think they might win a game, but then they play the Raptors, who I have no confidence in the playoffs. So I think
Yeah.
LeBron's got it pretty easy. Um, and I'm also looking forward to see the Warriors play a little bit. They don't have Steph, at least for the
Yeah,
time
no
being.
Steph, right? Yeah. Anyone
Um,
else? Is Clay back?
yep, I think Clay's back.
Okay. Okay.
Durant's back. And then they're playing the Spurs, which there's more drama there than I want to dive into with Kawhi Leonard and all that stuff.
That's an
Uh,
episode.
yeah, that usually San Antonio does not have, so it's very rare. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm kind of interested in that. I think San Antonio could win a game. I think they could. I think they could steal one when the Warriors don't have Steph on the floor.
Yeah.
But I think the games I'm going to be watching most close this weekend are the Jazz Thunder games. That's the one I'm
Oh
most
yeah.
excited for.
Yeah, that 4-5 matchup is always a tightly contested one, and I think the matchup of these two teams, the Jazz. First off, who the heck thought the Jazz would be making the playoffs?
They were 17-29 this year at one point.
Not only that, but and then they lost
playoffs.
their superstar.
Yeah.
So I was listening to Spud Webb talk last night, and Spud Webb was like, when I saw that they gave away, or no, they lost their star player, they became like my favorite class, history. And I thought that was a great analogy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spud Webb there, but it's just a good matchup because that the Jazz play great defense, really long, more of a team than most playoff teams. They're very, spread the ball out, don't shoot a ton of threes, but they can shoot it if they need to.
Yep, for sure.
And the Thunder are just they're the three-headed monster.
That isn't so monstrous sometimes.
That throws up bricks sometimes.
Yeah.
But hey, Russ averaging a triple-double for the season. What do you think about that? Again,
it's insane. It's kind of gone under the radar this year because he did it last year, and
yeah,
I think Harden will win the MVP. I think Harden should win the MVP. The dude's insane.
yeah,
The numbers he's putting up at the efficiency rating he's putting those numbers up is just unreal. The triple double thing, it's incredible. I think Ben Simmons is on his way to doing the same thing.
oh yeah.
But that Jazz Thunder series, man, I'm looking forward to it. But ultimately, they're going to be playing
The Rockets.
my predicted NBA Finals winner, the Houston
Really?
Rockets. Yes,
I was just gonna ask you, who do you think?
I am riding that wave so hard right now.
That is bold.
I am dying on that hill.
Really?
A lot of it depends on Chris Paul's health because he gets in the playoffs every year.
Every single year.
But when Chris Paul, James Harden, and Clint Capella are all on the floor, they've lost twice this year. Like, think about that. They lost 2 games this year when all 3 of them play. So,
well, remember what happened to Virginia?
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I have them advancing. I don't know when Steph's coming back. I'm assuming he'll be back. So he won't miss the playoffs.
Oh no. I'm sure he'll be back at some point in time. I think the same thing happened a couple years ago where he missed the series, or missed most of the series, and then came back. I think it was against the Rockets too.
Yeah.
And he was great. I mean, that stroke doesn't go away. But hey, how good has Philly been?
Oh man, the 3 seed. Who would have thought?
Oh yeah, they were sneaking in at the beginning.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, do you think that puts Brett Brown into Coach of the Year consideration?
I think it should. I'm still kind of Mike D'Antoni in Houston.
Oh yeah, that dominance has just been
that's insane what he's done over there.
Yeah.
I'd also say Quinn Snyder should be up there for turning around the Jazz. In the middle of the season, basically.
Quinn Snyder used to coach Mizzou, by the way,
which is hilarious.
Which is just too funny.
It's so great.
Shout out to Ms. Chris.
I don't know who else should be in that conversation. Not Fred Hoiberg, even though I think he was good this year.
Hornacek?
But I think yeah, he just got fired today.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny.
But yeah,
man, I
hope
exciting. Brett Brown winning it would be fine by me.
Oh yeah.
So what is your NBA Finals prediction? Give me the games number
Uh,
and your
that's
Finals MVP.
man. Going off of my March Madness bracket, I had nothing right, so I'm probably gonna get this wrong. But I am gonna go. So let's start at the conference finals. Let's warm up here.
Okay, Conference
So
Finals. Yeah, yeah,
conference
yeah.
finals, I'm gonna go Rockets, Warriors. Surprise, surprise.
That'll be
Even though
awesome.
I like how Portland's playing, I really like how Portland's playing.
Yeah, I just
Um,
don't know if they have enough pieces in the playoffs, man.
yeah, I think you rely so much on Lillard and McCollum. It
Yeah,
just, they can get hot, but when they fall back to earth, they're just ordinary.
yeah,
I like Nurkic though. I think that gives them
yeah.
a chance to get easy baskets, and hopefully they play Myers Leonard.
Damn, that'd be awesome.
Plays like 3 minutes every month.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, I think that um, the Raptors could lose early, honestly. Um, so we'll see about that on the East side. But I want to say I'm going to go Raptors. I think this is the year that they break through that threshold and get to that Eastern Conference final. And I am going to go Philadelphia.
Oh wow. So you got Philly in the finals or the conference finals?
That bottom half is just anyone's game.
So you got Philly in the conference finals.
Yes. Who do you have?
I have. I'm probably closer with you, just because Boston's so banged up and Milwaukee underachieves. But again, if Milwaukee wants it, Giannis can take it. Like it's there for you.
Oh yeah, Tony Snell. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Philly as well. Dang it, I didn't
Yeah,
want to do it, but I'm going to.
man, I feel bad for the Celtics, man. That's very Illini-esque.
Yeah, but then again, after Gordon Hayward went down on the first day of the season, I don't know what they were expecting either. So hopefully they
Yeah,
just get everybody back healthy and they can roll next year and get to the finals
agreed.
because I want that.
Yeah,
Um, so I've got Philly and Cleveland. Is that similar to you?
I said Philly Raptors. I took a leap of faith here, saying
Oh
that
boy. Oh boy.
Toronto's gonna, but I'm gonna bite my.
Oh
They're gonna
man.
lose to the Wizards now,
Oh man.
so
All right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna Philly Toronto, and then
Wow.
man, it's just so weird picking against the King. I'm gonna have either Philly or Toronto in the finals.
Getting
Wow,
swept against whoever they
I'm
play.
getting gutsy here, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Philly.
Philly in the
Trust the
finals.
process. Yeah, they're like the Orlando Magic of 2009,
All right.
where
I
they had Dwight
have
Howard.
I have the King in the finals again. I'm just not going to bet against him until it doesn't happen because it's been what, like 8 straight years he's made the finals. Um, so I'm just not going to bet against him until it doesn't happen. Um, so my finals is Cleveland, Houston, and then Houston, Golden State. So yeah, I've got my conference finals is Houston, Golden State, Cleveland, Philly, Cleveland, Houston finals. I've got Houston and a clean sweep of LeBron. Four
Wow,
games. 4 games.
domination of the Rockets.
And LeBron will be leaving after that. That's
To where? To where? Last topic.
Philly, probably.
You think
Uh,
so? You think
I, I
Philly?
I can't see him going to LA because no one wants to play there anymore.
No
Because
one wants
they're
to play with
terrible.
Lonzo Ball.
So I don't know. I don't know where else could be realistic. And I was just thinking, Philly's got all the young pieces he would want to play with in the last few years of his career. Um, but I think
Yeah.
a sweep in the finals would really seal the deal. I think.
Okay. I can see that. I think the East side, anything can happen. I think the West is more so. Obviously, there's going to be. I think the Thunder Jazz series, Blazers Pelican series is going to be competitive, but I think in the end the Rockets are going to get through. And then, but yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Rockets. I think I'm gonna go with you.
All right, awesome. I love it.
I'm very
We didn't.
easily impressionable.
We picked the same winner of the NCAA March Madness, but I ended up winning that bracket challenge we were in. So
All
you
right, see ya.
know, maybe maybe it'll be Houston and it'll be similar to our March Madness stuff where you're mostly wrong and I'm mostly right.
Let's go Philly.
I wouldn't mind it. I'm all for LeBron losing. So
yeah, me too.
I'll be rooting for Philly. But Alex, man, thanks for joining me again. It's always a pleasure.
No problem, man.
We'll be back next week sometime with another episode. Maybe there'll be some more Illini news and whatnot. Awesome week where you're hearing this. And to all of our Illini family everywhere, we love you. Appreciate you. Follow us on Twitter at Armchair Illini. Alex, where can they find you?
Alex_KYI. What about you?
You can find me at Zach Leslie Hoops. Talk a lot of NBA. The baseball season's in full swing, so I talk about the White Sox, a lot of Chicago sports stuff, and the occasional Avengers and Infinity War tweet that here and there. And
my God, that's a bust.
I'm just gonna ignore it and move on because Infinity War is coming out in 2 weeks, so I'm pretty excited about that. But again, all of you have an awesome weekend, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.